This video is sponsored by Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Click the link in the description to check out the game for yourself. Have you ever been in the ocean and felt a sudden, deep anxiety of what may be lurking in the waters around you? Perhaps it's simply a fear of sharks, but for many, it's a fear of the ocean itself. Whether that be the unimaginable vastness of the waters surrounding you, or perhaps it's the endless depth below your feet, which could be hiding any number of horrors. Well, that feeling may just have been thalassophobia, the fear of deep bodies of water. Those of you with thalassophobia may find this video difficult to watch, as today I delve into the waters of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced to discover what's hiding beneath the vast Caribbean Sea. I think out of everything that is new in Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, the diving mechanics have got me most curious. Assassin's Creed games have always had a really interesting wealth of secrets and Easter eggs, a lot of which have been underwater. So there's actually some really interesting potential for really cool new secrets just waiting to be found out there. But the problem is, it's the ocean. The ocean is huge. It's massive. Where do you even start? At least when I'm near a town, I get given, there are 5 secrets in this area. So it gives me an opportunity to maybe be like, hey, there's likely something in the sea. But if we take a quick look at the map, look at the size of the ocean. So all of the grey is ocean. All the blue is where I've been. It's massive. How on earth are we going to ever find anything? We're going to have to get extremely lucky or just do this for a very long time. So yeah, that's the plan today. We're going to take the jackdaw out to sea and see what we can find. This was going to be quite a challenge. The world of Black Flag was huge, with miles of ocean and what felt like hundreds of small islands that could be hiding any number of secrets. But I did have some experience. 12 years ago, I had played and loved the original Black Flag, so coming back to these waters so long later was really exciting. And since I had played the game before, I knew exactly what I'd need to help me out on this adventure. Now, in order to actually search the ocean with any kind of effectiveness, it's going to take forever if I just do it swimming, basically. So I need the diving bell. Luckily, I've already played this game enough to be at the point where I can purchase one from the quartermaster. Are you the quartermaster or the shipwright? He's the harbour master, so he was none of those things. Okay, so what do we have? We have the diving bell. So provides an air pocket and winch mechanism to reach shipwrecks too deep to normally swim to. It's only $5 grand and I've got 13, so let's just go ahead and buy it. With the diving bell acquired, I would now be able to search shipwrecks on the ocean floor. At this point, I was still quite unsure about how vast the changes to swimming and diving would be, but I was looking forward to getting out into the ocean to start testing the new mechanics for myself. But before I did that, there was one more thing that I wanted to do first. Do you know what? Before I actually do take the jackdaw out to sea, I kind of just want to have a very quick look at what's here just outside of Nassau. I have no idea just how detailed these underwaters are going to be. I mean, they're pretty damn beautiful. But this is what I mean about this map is giant, and if all of the undersea areas are like this, God knows how I'm going to find anything. But hey, I've got a few leads. What is that over there? That looks interesting. Hold on, I've already found something interesting. I could barely believe that I was already finding something interesting mere moments into my first dive. Hopefully, this luck would continue. Oh, okay, it's actually a shipwreck with a treasure chest on top. So it didn't take me long at all to find something interesting. What did I just get for doing that? I've got my HUD turned off and now I can't see things I'm picking up. That's not helpful. I'd really wanted to play with the HUD turned off to make the exploration feel as immersive as possible. While it did a really good job of that, I maybe went a little bit too far and now couldn't see half of the prompts and messages that were actually useful. That was actually really easily fixed though, and I was soon able to continue on my way with a brand new HUD. I swam over to the jackdaw, climbed aboard, took the wheel and headed out into the open ocean. It's worth a mention at this point that unlocking the diving bell happens a few hours into the story, so I'd already been playing for a while before setting out. I had, however, only stuck to main story quests and had even fast travelled as much as possible to avoid doing too much exploration until I was ready to make this video. But now that I did have the diving bell, I still had to complete the quest associated with it. So since I'm not entirely sure how the diving bell actually works, actually unlocking it is part of a quest. So if I follow this line, we should end up at the quest location, which I believe will be a tutorial on how to use the diving bell, which is probably going to be pretty handy to know. We are actively being attacked by a couple of ships, but I don't think they can actually keep up with me, so that's fine. I haven't upgraded my ship at all, really. Nothing outside of what the game just makes you do as part of the main quest line. So I might do that a little bit, upgrade the ship, because if we're out on the ocean so much, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know if we might get attacked by some Spanish ships or English ships, or who knows. I was looking forward to a little bit of freedom and going out on a proper adventure to hunt for secrets under the ocean. But first, I had a quest to finish and my first shipwreck to explore. After briefly speaking to Blackbeard, I reached the first wreck. Right, so this is our first diving location. So I think I just kind of, go into it. Let's hold down Y, and that should lower the diving bell into the sea, just like that. Alright, here we go. This is our first proper dive. I mean, I know we did the one by the coast. There is a chest down here. I guess we can go and open that up. The other really nice thing, and I guess it's kind of cheating, is the code that Ubisoft sent me gave me a few fancy items, one of which is like a trinket that lets me breathe longer underwater. It's like they knew exactly the video I was going to make. They didn't, but it just worked out really conveniently. So actually, I can breathe underwater for a very long time, so it's going to make this a lot easier. So hopefully we find some really cool stuff. Right, I'm going in here. I need to be careful. My oxygen is getting quite low now. I've still got... Oh, actually, I've almost got half left. I think I'll be fine. As I swam down into the shipwreck, I found a chest stuck beneath a piece of wreckage. Luckily, that wouldn't stop Edward as he tried to move the wreckage on his own, which may not have been the best idea. But with a new passage uncovered, there was only one place for me to go. Oh, that's good. I was actually starting to really need some air. Right, we don't want to die down here. I'm not really sure where I'm going right now. This isn't really the kind of secrets I'm looking for. I mean, this is a quest. So we're just going to get this over and done with. And then I can actually go out and kind of find some more spontaneous things. But this is bloody cool. Whoa, ow, Jesus. Oh, God, okay, I'm very bad at this. Oh, no, that's a shark. Who's that guy? Who is that guy? Well, it doesn't matter anymore because he's not alive. But genuinely, who was that guy? Why was there someone else down here? On top of everything else, I now had to worry about sharks as well. There's a big shark. I'm glad that I don't have, like, thalassophobia or something, because this wouldn't be very fun. It doesn't really bother me at all, the ocean. I actually really love it. Despite the danger, I wanted to make sure I looted as many chests down here as possible. And I managed to successfully open 3 more, until finally, a shark caught my scent. Oh no, dodged. Oh no, okay, I did that very poorly. Swim away, swim away. Now that the sharks knew I was here, I didn't fancy sticking around for dinner. So it was time to head back to the diving bell. But the sharks really didn't want to say goodbye. Uh-oh, another shark. Oh, that was close. Right, diving bell, I'm going, I'm leaving. Those sharks are not very fun. As I returned to the surface, I once again spoke to Blackbeard, who was his usual intense self.
Oh God.
With all that done, the quest was now complete. Okay, so I'm now free of the quest, so I can really start hunting properly now. I just have to decide where I'm going. I'm just noticing over there in the distance, That is another shipwreck, I believe. So maybe that's a good place to start. So is this shipwreck actually under the water? I don't think it is. I think it's actually just crashed into these rocks. I don't think this is what I want at all. No, I don't think that's right, is it? But you know what? It's probably worth stopping here, because this might be a good potential place just to do a test dive. My idea was simple. I wanted to find out what the limits were to the new diving mechanics, and this small island seemed like the perfect guinea pig. Plus, I'd be able to grab some more loot while I was here. Okay, so this is like some ship that's literally broken in half. And I'm imagining that means there's going to be some treasure down here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a lot down here, actually. As I dove deeper into the water, I found and opened 2 more chests before swimming out into the open sea. I'm actually almost finding it hard to remember the original game. Like, this feels like it was always in the game. And I know it wasn't, because this is a new feature. But it just makes so much sense. I continued swimming for a few more minutes, admiring the underwater landscape and sea life. But unfortunately, didn't really find anything of merit beyond the shipwreck itself. So I swam back towards the jackdaw and took a moment to reevaluate my plan. So this area was pretty cool. The thing about it is it's like essentially a crafted location, if you know what I mean. Like, there's an objective here. There's 2 chests to collect. There's a little story going on. And I'm thinking that's not really what I want, because that's the stuff that everyone's going to play. And if I want to find something truly interesting, I think I essentially need to find either something just in the middle of nowhere, or maybe it's going to be like a really interesting location that's maybe off the beaten path. Nothing really happens there. There's no kind of waypoints or anything like that in the area. That to me feels like the kind of place something might be hidden. I think that's kind of what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and work out something like that. See if I have any kind of luck with that. And if I don't, then hey, maybe I'll just go back to searching shipwrecks or something and see if there's anything cool there. But I think first, what I'd like to try and do is actually just head out into the open ocean and see what the limits are on the diving underwater. Because I know I've got the diving bell, and that's going to allow me to dive on shipwrecks. But can I just go out into the middle of the sea and just dive? Like, is that something that's possible? And how far down can I go? What happens if I go away from my ship? These are all things that I need to find out in order to actually do this well. I want to pick, like, a place that's maybe, like, the furthest from land out of anywhere. Genuinely, like, maybe up here in the Sea Serpent-y area. That probably looks pretty good. If you know me, then you know I like to have a plan. Well, now I had a plan. And not only that, I had a destination in mind. So once again, I set sail and aimed the jackdaw at the horizon, not knowing what I would find beyond it. Along the way, I encountered a massive whale who breached the surface mere meters from my starboard bow, and also a fleet of Spanish ships that were thankfully uninterested in me. As I made my way further out into the open ocean, I also had to deal with rogue winds trying to push me off course. But that was all fine. I loved to sail in Black Flag and always had, and that included the naval combat. There's a couple of boats having a fight here. There's a Spanish schooner and a couple of English cutters. You could get involved. I don't know why I'm going to get involved, but I can. Oh, one of them's down already. Let's take the other English ship out. Screw you, you bastards. Don't know why I helped the Spanish, to be honest. Hopefully getting involved in that skirmish wouldn't come back to bite me on the arse later. Because right now, the only thing on my mind was diving. Alright, I think I'm just about far enough away from any shores to have a look. Let's have a quick look on the map, see where I'm sitting. Yeah, I'm almost at my marker, actually. I think that'll do nicely. Right, let's drop anchor. I had dropped anchor, but something was wrong. Edward wasn't letting go of the wheel, and no matter what I tried, he had no intention of letting go. Hold on. I don't think I can let go of the wheel. Unless I'm close to shore, I don't think I can actually get off of the helm. Oh man, no. I thought I could just wander around my ship. Is that only when I'm nearby shore? Surely not. I felt like I was going crazy. I could have sworn that I had done it a million times before, but suddenly it wasn't working. Well, spoiler alert, I must have just been a complete idiot, because it is 100% possible to leave the helm whenever you want, and I have no idea what on earth I was doing. So I think I'm going to have to just chalk this one up to being a new dad and the sleep deprivation that comes with that, because for now, the Spanish had decided to pick a fight with me. Dude, did you just hit me? Are you going to attack me now? Are you attacking me? I am being attacked. Who is attacking me and why? I think it's that guy over there. They're genuinely attacking me. Okay, well, I guess I'll deal with these guys quickly. Alright, there's one. I can't see anything. There's too much smoke. I don't really know why they're attacking me, to be honest. They're the ones that crashed into me. But hey, killed him already. Oh, there's another one. Everyone just wants to join the fun today, I guess. Oh, that's a pirate hunter. Go, 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 go. Okay, drop some barrels on him. Hey, I didn't intend for any of this to happen, all right? They crashed into me, and I just defended myself, to be honest. Now I've got bloody pirate hunters after me. And they're firing at us still. Oh, man. Right, I'm just going to keep dropping barrels. I think we're probably just going to have to take it on, otherwise it's going to keep damaging us. I'm going to have to board them because I need those repairs once this is over. Oh, they're going to crash into me. No. Oh, ow. That was a lot of damage. Ow. Right, throw a barrel onto them. They are nearly dead, though. Right, take out that spot there. Come on, a couple more volleys of cannonballs should do it. That worked very nicely. Right, let's take them out. We need to repair our ship, otherwise we're not going to get very far. Get them, boys. Okay, that was the coolest thing I might have done in this game so far. Ooh, human shield. Nice. There we go. That's another ship that's ours. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to keep it, I do really need those repairs. Okay, that's it. All done. There are ships on the horizon, and they are Spanish ships. I'm not interested in them, thank you very much. I just need to get out of here. That was definitely a lot more intense than I had anticipated. But at the end of the day, I was victorious, and every other ship lay at the bottom of the ocean. The only problem was that I still had a wanted level, so I would need to be careful going forward, as some ships may attack on sight. Right now, though, I wanted to get a bit of distance from my crimes. Okay, so if I head exactly in the direction I'm going now, I should come across a few small islands which are basically completely unmarked. And it feels like the right kind of place to maybe find something interesting, so long as I can actually get off the helm and go for a swim. But that is for me to find out when I get there. I was hopeful that I would find something interesting at the islands, and even more hopeful a few moments later when this happened. Hang on. What? Okay, so this is 100% I am an idiot. I don't know why I couldn't get off the ship before. Maybe I was just pressing the wrong button. What is wrong with me? Right, I can actually do it now. I'm going into the sea. What's down here? Blue. Lots and lots of blue. Oh, okay. Hang on. Area not available. Good. Fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted to know. So, deep ocean, ignore it. Don't need to worry about that at all. But it is nice to know that I can actually get in the sea. So I'm going to try and see one of those whales, see if that's actually possible. That sounds fun. Literally moments later, I already had an opportunity when a whale breached just ahead of the jackdaw. The whale! Wait, the whale! The whale was right there! I can't get off the wheel in time. Quick, get in the water. He should have been coming this way, to be fair. Get in the water, you damn idiot. Whale? Not a chance. I was so slow. That was a complete failure. But hopefully, I'd get another chance later. For now, I continued heading towards the island. Well, that definitely looks like land, and there's actually quite a few small islands here. Most of them are kind of unmarked locations. The one that's right ahead of me here looks like I can actually go to shore to it as well, so that's probably a really good place to start. The weather is taking a real turn for the worst. This small chain of islands had a lot of potential for secrets. They were secluded and unimportant in a way that would cause most players to ignore them. The perfect place for an Easter egg to be hiding. Okay, right, so I am going to have a little look in the ocean here and just see what's going on. I think it's probably going to just be like coral, but I have no idea, to be honest. So the other thing I need to sort of work out is how far out can I swim? So I know I'm quite close to the shore right now. I'm wondering at what point will I get a message saying, you can't go that far. My God, this is actually going to be an impossible task to find anything. It's going to need like the whole community searching the ocean for like the next 3-4 weeks before things are found. Oh, but yeah, look how deep it gets here. I guess this is going to be the limit. So there'll be these areas where it goes much deeper, which is like, yeah, that is it. So around islands, we're going to have these, yeah, quite detailed kind of coral areas, I guess. Don't really know what to call them. Just shallower waters. And these are the places that's actually explorable. So yeah, it does seem like I need to stay somewhat close to land. So for a start, this area basically just looks kind of like the normal ocean floor. I haven't seen anything particularly interesting or different. There's no chests that I've spotted along the way. No TARDISes. I really hope there's a TARDIS somewhere. That would be amazing. I'm trying to think like what kind of Easter eggs might they have actually hidden out here in the ocean. Part of me hopes there's like really cool stuff like, I don't know, like UFOs, like crashed UFO at the bottom of the sea like in Grand Theft Auto. And the TARDIS from, what was that, Assassin's Creed Origins. What other underwater Easter eggs are there? Can't remember right now, but, you know, there could be something really interesting. Maybe like Atlantis? That'd be cool. I'm just totally speculating. I have no idea what's down there. I wonder if I could just swim across the entire ocean. That sounds like it would take forever. Oh my God, I'm actually just going to swim all the way to another island, I think. I had already swam pretty far away from the jackdaw, but I decided to double down and keep going further to discover if there was a limit to just how far I could swim. So the jackdaw is pretty far away by now. I definitely don't want to swim back. I feel like dying will be preferable. Apart from that, there is a little island ahead of me, so I'm not going to be in the water much longer. And in fact, actually, I'll likely be able to do some more diving in a minute because it's likely to get a lot shallower. The islands definitely looked closer than they were, but I kept on swimming and eventually got close enough to where I could explore the seabed once again. But this triggered a thought, or more of a realization, about just how impossible of a challenge this would be to try and find anything significant under the ocean. It felt like I had infinitely more chance of finding a needle in a haystack, so at the very least, I would need to be much more tactical about where I chose to explore. I kept on swimming all the way out to another shipwreck and tested whether I could swim down to it myself without the diving bell. That was a massive no, and now I was so far away from the jackdaw, all I could really do was fast travel back. But in all of my wisdom, I decided instead to fast travel to Salt Key Bank, which I would soon discover to be a massive mistake. Alright then lads, let's get out of here. Let me get on the ship wheel. Why can't I get on the ship wheel? What have I done? What I hadn't realised until it was much too late was that travelling to Salt Key Bank had triggered another quest, which was now blocking me from leaving until it was complete. This was annoying, but at the end of the day, my fault. The quest involved rescuing a shipwright from a prison ship nearby, so I jumped overboard and headed towards the ship. The prison itself was full of enemy soldiers, but like I've already mentioned, this wasn't exactly my first Assassin's Creed game. With the shipwright rescued, I hoped I would now be free to leave. But unfortunately, the British Navy had other plans for me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I might be in a little bit over my head here. That one's nearly down. A couple more shots and I think that'll be it. Yeah, one more. Oh, so close. Fire! Oh no, that missed. Oh wait, one more. Why are we not moving? Are we moving? What have we done? We've hit an island. I'm such a good pirate. Bring us in, lads. I'll use the swivel gun, take out as many of them as I can from here. Oh, that was effective. Damn, there's a reason that this was always my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It feels so damn good. Oh, there we go. Am I still being attacked? I think so. I think that ship over there is maybe the last one I need to worry about. All right, lads, we're in full ramming speed. We're not stopping. We're just going to sink the ship the moment we hit it. Get ready. There we go. The battle was over, and every British ship had sunk to the bottom of Salt Key. Finally, I was free once again to get back to exploring the ocean. All right then, I am finally free of that quest. That was an accident. Honestly, didn't mean to end up doing that at all. I have a destination in mind. It's another shipwreck, and I'm going to see what we can find down there. And it is somewhere I've been before, so I know there should be something quite interesting. So that's my destination. I believe it's somewhere vaguely ahead of me, so hopefully it won't take too long to find it. I've been making YouTube videos for over 14 years now, but the original Black Flag was only released 12 years ago. If you do the maths, it should be no surprise then that I both played and covered Assassin's Creed Black Flag on this very channel all those years ago. One particular video I made is relevant today, and while I'm going to keep it a secret for now, it was an underwater secret that I knew and loved, and was excited to see remastered in this new game. But before I got to that, it was inevitable, of course, that I got distracted along the way. Hold on. Before I continue, I've just noticed there's this little area over here that looks like almost like a bit of sea that's surrounded by islands. That very much fits the description of the kind of places I'm looking for, but there might be something interesting hidden there. Yeah, see that kind of, I don't know what the correct term for it is. It's like a bay or something like that. That looks like it could be interesting. Looks like there could be something hidden in there. I don't actually know where I am, but I'm going to give it a quick look and see if there's anything down there. Okay, it actually doesn't look like it's going to be very deep. Oh dear. Okay, this might have not been the right place. If it's just like waist height, there's not going to be anything interesting here at all. I spent an embarrassingly long time exploring this area, which ironically wasn't even deep enough for me to dive into. Why I thought a lagoon would be a good location to discover underwater secrets, I'll never know. But at least once I'd finished exploring the area, I did get to do some proper diving. Well, that was unsuccessful. I'm going to just have a quick dip over this side because this is actually deep and I can swim underwater here. I just want to see something really cool. I can't tell you how much I want just that random chance to occur where I stumble upon something amazing. I just haven't had that luck today, unfortunately. Some days I do. Other days, I guess, it's more like this. And I just swim around the ocean endlessly. Unfortunately, my Easter egg hunting skills had well and truly let me down today. But to be fair, I'd explored the smallest possible fraction of the ocean, so finding anything would have been extremely unlikely. Despite this, I kept on trying, hoping for that one small chance to discover something amazing. At least Under the Ocean was absolutely gorgeous and beautifully detailed, so I really didn't mind just swimming around so much. The really annoying thing about this is that underwater looks great. And I think that's part of the reason I really want to find something interesting is because this is all down here now, and because it's explorable, I'm just sure there's got to be something amazing. If the other Assassin's Creed games are anything to go by, like Shadows or Origins, then there is going to be some really cool stuff hidden. And it's just going to take a little bit of time to find. And I think that's okay. I think that kind of makes the hunt worth it, and it makes it even cooler when stuff is found. I think it was time to call it a day. I hadn't found anything new, but at least I could go and look at something old. I fast travelled back to the jackdaw and set my course for what I thought would be the shipwreck I was looking for. Weirdly, the coordinates didn't match the original game anymore, so I just had to cross my fingers and hope that I was heading in the right direction. I'm not entirely sure if this is the shipwreck I'm looking for. It's not quite in the right location, like at least where I was expecting it to be. But I'm going to dive it anyway, and hopefully there'll be something interesting down there. Hopefully it's the one I want, but I honestly, I don't know. Just like the other shipwreck that I'd explored today, there were plenty of chests here to open and plenty of sharks guarding them. Oh, there's the shark. I was wondering where he was. I thought I could hear him while I was exploring. I'm just going to stay inside the ship because I don't think it can get me while I'm here. I continued to explore the shipwreck and loot anything I came across. I was looking for a very specific location that I hadn't been to in 12 years, so I couldn't exactly remember where it was. That's too close to that shark. Oh, no. Oh my god, I nearly forgot how to do that. That could have ended badly. Where have I explored in here? Did I do all this top area? No, I did the bottom, didn't I? So there's definitely some more loot up here. Quite a lot, actually. Ah, okay, that looks familiar. I'm just going to casually wait by this window for a little while. That is exactly how I remember it happening. So there you go. That is technically an underwater secret. A giant squid attacks a whale. And it's exactly little secrets like that that's so easy to miss. Not in the mood for you right now. Yeah, it's exactly little moments like that that just convinces me there's got to be more out there. Because if you actually remember, in... is it Assassin's Creed? Is it Assassin's Creed 2? There's also a giant squid underneath, I don't know what it was it the Vatican or something? So like there's this precedent for these really cool underwater secrets in Assassin's Creed games, and I am convinced there is something new and interesting hidden in Black Flag Resynced. But god, I'm gonna have to search for a while because the ocean is just ridiculously huge. While I hadn't found any new secrets today, I had a brilliant time returning to my favourite ever Assassin's Creed game. I was actually really happy that Ubisoft reached out to sponsor this video because I was already looking forward to Black Flag Resynced, and they gave me a great excuse to go on yet another adventure. I do hope that you've all enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed making it. And as always, I'd like to say a massive thank you to my channel members for making this all possible.